Meet Natalie. Natalie loves books.
This is your brain on books. Any questions? And this is Angela. She's a very serious jazz singer.
Shooby-dooby-dooby-doop-doop-doo. And sure, we both like to stay informed, but this world sometimes, am I right? You know what we need? 30 minutes of meditation.
Pop culture meditation.
So we're here to remind you.
We get it. You're smart. But right now, take a deep breath and put your books down.
Just take your, hey, how you doing?
I'm
How
all
you
right.
doing?
Hey, how
I
you
like
doing?
How you doing?
I like your top.
I like your top. Your top too.
What's new? What you been up to?
Well, everybody, welcome to Put Your Books Down. Natalie and I are just having some pre-show banter.
Per usual.
Natalie, I'm excited about our topic today because we are going to go in on the awards season.
Well, you know that's like my favorite season.
It is,
I'm a nerd. I'm an award season nerd alert.
yeah, because I remember when we lived in New York and award season would come out and the next day we'd go to work and you'd be sending me articles on People magazine like, look at this, look at this, look at you would like be obsessed.
Yeah,
And you're still that way.
I'm still that way. I love.
Yeah.
Well, I love watching award shows. I love
Even
regarding
though
the
they're
TV and movies.
they're always so awkward.
That's another reason why I love it. I love to see
you
what
do.
everyone's
Okay.
wearing.
You do. I like to see what they're wearing. Yes,
I
but
just
sometimes they're
love
like,
the freaky the thing it's not it's not very predictable. Like as we know with Will Smith and Chris Rock, like you just never know
Right.
what the hell is going to happen.
right.
And
That was wild.
I actually I was watching that with Darren and Jeffrey, and Darren and Jeffrey thought that was an absolute joke. We thought it was like a bit. And we
Oh,
were
you
all
thought
like,
it was a bit?
What?
Yeah. I think I thought it was a bit at first too.
No, I was like, this isn't real. And Jeffrey and I
Yeah.
were just like staring at each other like,
Yeah.
and we
Crazy.
were like, what? No, he didn't just do that. Wasn't real.
That was
Then
crazy.
It got real weird.
It got
I mean,
real weird.
Anyway, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. Like I love when they have like a host. Like I love when Billy Crystal would host,
know. It was so
I
good when
love
he
the
would
beginning of
host.
the Oscars with the monologue or
I know.
songs that they would do like regarding all the
Yes.
nominees. I love when they like tease the nominees and say all that funny
Yes.
stuff, and they show the nominees like reaction to the jokes and
Do
stuff
you
like
have
that.
like little Oscar parties and do you get all dressed up? And yeah.
I don't get dressed up. That's not quite what we used to do.
Was it there one time where I want to say like Gone Girl was on the ballot?
That was for the Golden Globes awards party that my friend Rachel and I did at my and
what did
the
you
game
do?
was you had to dress up. I did it for 2 years. You have to dress up as a nominee or like something related to a nominated TV show or film.
Yeah.
And the first year I was involved, I dressed up as I was Natalie, as Tom Hanks as Captain Phillips. And the thing with me in this party was I would stay in character all night. So I pretended to be panicked all night, like with the phone, like trying to like call someone like a walkie-talkie. Okay?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then the one I didn't win that year, so because we had an award, we voted.
Right.
The second time I was involved, Rachel and I we were Gone Girl, and she was Rosamund Pike.
Yeah.
And I was Ben Affleck.
Right.
And that changed. My life was different after that on social media forever. Because I did my own makeup. And I ordered my own wig. And I also stayed in character the whole night, smiling and talking like Ben Affleck. And I remember when my friend Maggie came over and I answered the door and she had no idea who I was. She's like, like I think she was terrified.
Yeah.
And didn't know who I was. And then some of my friends that came over thought I was really cute and didn't know who I was and thought I was really handsome. But can't help it. When you got it, you got it. Even if you have. I did liquid eyeliner as my beard.
Yeah, that was not the most convincing beard I've ever seen on a person.
That was the point. It was supposed to be kitschy, like scruff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I didn't know then you could buy
Yeah.
scruff.
Well, we need
Attached scruff.
to definitely share that picture
Oh, we'll
on
share. Yeah,
because
yeah.
there is photographic evidence of this, ladies and gentlemen.
The
And let
best
me
one
tell you
is
something.
with
It
Mary
is
Bogey looking at me like
priceless.
she wants to stand in traffic. I made all my friends very uncomfortable. And it was mostly because I wouldn't break character.
Right. Yeah. Because you were
As Ben
just, you
Affleck
went for
in
it.
Gone Girl.
Yeah. Wow.
I went all out. But
Ladies and
anywho,
gentlemen, don't ever say that Natalie did not go all out. Anyway,
I don't
okay.
like Halloween, but I like dressing up
I
for
know.
nothing.
That's
Obviously,
what I
as
don't
dudes.
understand.
Apparently, it's like I'm.
Yeah,
you know,
because there was another one where you dressed up as that guy.
Did I dress
in-
as Steve Jobs?
You,
meant
I don't
to
know.
one
There's
year.
one where you you have a gold chain and like a mustache and a,
Oh, I dressed up
and
as a redneck.
yeah, but it
and
was
it was a blonde mustache.
and you
that photo we cannot share
why?
because
It's
I'm
so
making
good.
fun of
People.
American. Well,
Well,
it's too relevant in this time in our.
you know what? We could share
in
it
this
and people
political
wouldn't even
climate.
know it was you because I didn't even know that was
My
you.
mother, Sally, gets really upset.
I didn't even know that was
randomly
you.
send her that photo. She didn't either, and she was like, "Who is this nasty, offensive man?" And I was like, "It me, Mom." And she every time I show it to her now when I think she's being kind of pissy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Look at that." She's like,
Mm-mm.
No. And she's like, "Sorry, sorry,
Yep,
sorry,
yeah,
sorry." It's
Wow, you
nasty.
really know how to manipulate people. I'm proud of you. Okay.
Thank you. I
so
love Dirty
you're
Rotten Scoundrels.
yeah. So okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get to the point here. We are gonna talk about all these nominees. I'm gonna go through, Natalie, for the Oscars. I mean, I know you're like much more well versed on all the award shows, but I'm only well versed on the Oscars because that's all I care.
Well,
I ever
I'll
pay
get
attention.
into why some of our predictions.
Okay. So
like,
we're gonna do
the
some
point-
we're gonna do some predictions, but we're also gonna do some like people, if you have not seen all these movies yet, I'm going to tell
'Cause
you
I
where you can
haven't.
watch them because
And
I
I
haven't
haven't
watched
seen
them
them
all
either.
either, and I've
I haven't
got a
seen them all.
list. So, and it's you still have time because this is going to come out in February, and I don't think the Oscars are till March 10th.
Well, I'm actually really hoping that some of these come on streaming because a lot of them are still
a
in
lot of them are
theaters.
going to. Yeah.
So
A lot of them are going
I'm
to.
anxious about that. Okay.
Okay, so the first one that I have down is The Zone of Interest. It's in theaters now. It's definitely going to go to Max.
What is that?
I'm not really sure about The Zone of Interest. I don't know much about it. The next one is American Fiction, which is in theaters now. That is
Really
the
wanna
Issa
see
Rae. Oh my gosh, I really want to see
that.
this one. I love Issa Rae
I
so
love her
much.
so much.
Did you watch her?
Insecure? Yes.
Did you watch
loved
Insecure?
Yes.
So
And she
dang
was so good in Barbie. She's in 2
She's so
Oscar-nominated
fantastic.
movies this year.
Love
Like, this
her.
is like her season.
No, she's so good. I love her. Poor Things, which stars Emma Stone and Mark Ruffalo.
I'm chomping at the bit to see this movie.
It's in theaters.
You know I love Emma Stone. I love Mark Ruffalo, and I've heard that, and she's already been winning like the Golden Globe and the Critics' Choice Award.
Yeah.
And side note, other than the Oscars, my real favorite is the Golden Globes, but also I love the SAG Awards because it's actors voting for actors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love a SAG award, and it's
you're
TV
just like one
and
of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want a SAG card.
Yeah,
but I can't because
right.
I'm not ever in a movie. But okay, so I
have a SAG
really
card, but it's not for acting. Okay, anyway, so
you mean shag card?
Wow, we crack each other up.
I know. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't love though that it used to be 5 nominees for every
now
category.
It's like 10.
Now it's 10 for like Best Picture
or 9 or something.
Wear
Anyway,
my butt out.
I know. Okay, so Poor Things. It's in theaters. It looks disturbing, but I'll have to see it.
It's really interesting.
Oppenheimer obviously is streaming, so if you haven't seen it yet, you can look at it on the streaming. The Holdovers is streaming.
I'm dying. That's on Peacock.
It's
really
Natalie. The
that.
Holdovers is so good. I
love
loved
Paul
it.
Giamatti. I'm so excited that he's been playing Albert Einstein on commercials, and I'm so relieved because he's such a good. He's won an Academy Award before. I'm so excited for him to be back in the game.
He's such a great actor. Love him.
Cool dude.
Barbie is obviously streaming.
We love Barbie.
Yep. Past Lives is also streaming, so we can watch that one.
I'm dying to see that movie too.
Anatomy of a Fall, we just watched today. It is streaming.
Where is it streaming?
It's on Prime. I had to pay for it, but it's on Prime, and it's sort of mixed English and French, so there's a lot of French subtitles and English, so you can follow along. Très bien. Yeah. So, but it's compelling, my friend. We'll talk about it in a second. Killers of the Flower Moon is also streaming, which I have not seen yet, but
I know I need to buck up and do it.
watch
I do need to watch it.
Mhm.
And then
That's Martin
Maestro.
Scorsese. Maestro. I need to buck up into
Yeah.
that too.
Yeah, Maestro. If you can see Maestro in the theater, I highly recommend it.
It's the 3-hour thing, okay? It's these
But
3
it's
we talked
so
about it before, but damn it, 3 hours
well.
in the theater. I have to get up and leave because
settle in.
I like to have a cocktail with my dinner with
But
my
you can
with
have it
my
in
movie.
there with you.
I do it, but I hate getting up in movies. I had to go
Go to the one where
Oppenheimer, I
they
had to go 3 times. That movie's so long.
bring you a drink.
We don't have that in Little Rock, sweetheart.
What?
God bless. God bless you. Okay, so those are all the movies nominated for Best Picture.
So those are the
What
movies. Now,
if you had to say,
if I had to predict my
right, even
Oscar
if you haven't seen
win,
it, just because you know we know a
just
lot about these
from what I
movies.
know about it, yeah.
Yeah. Who would you think's gonna win? I think I know. I know who's gonna win.
I mean, I think it's going to be Oppenheimer.
It's absolutely gonna be Oppenheimer.
It's going to be Oppenheimer.
It's a magnificent film. I mean,
Yeah.
it really is.
it's
Christopher Nolan. I mean, come on.
I know. I put like a thumbs up next to it. It's kind of like an okay for me
Yeah.
because the subject matter was just
I'm
rough
not saying
for
I
me.
want it to be. I
but-
was relieved though to see that movie, and I didn't know that he had guilt for
Right. Right.
I needed to know that. I did not
Yeah,
know that.
right.
So that was
Yeah.
good. But I'm not saying I want that to be the one. I wish that
No.
I mean American Fiction or I wish like any Barbie, I wish any of the like, underdogs, which
Yes.
Barbie was like a billionaire movie, but I think even like Past Lives, I wish that like a smaller film would win just because that would be that doesn't
It would
usually
be such a
happen.
coup, I know.
Mhm.
But I'm
Yeah.
so excited to see all of these movies, the
Me
ones that I
too.
haven't seen.
They
So
all are looking good.
I've seen Oppenheimer, I've seen The Holdovers, I've seen Barbie, I've seen Anatomy of a Fall, and I've seen Maestro. So those are
Mhm.
the other ones I have not seen.
Right.
Okay, so moving
So,
along. Best
yes.
actor is Paul Giamatti for The Holdovers, Bradley Cooper for Maestro, Coleman Domingo for Rustin, which I have not seen, but
I
that
don't
is
even know what that
streaming.
is.
It's
Where
streaming.
is it?
It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer and Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction.
Let me tell you
So,
something. I don't know Coleman Domingo yet, but
Yeah.
I know all these other actors and
Yeah.
they're all incredible and amazing. But Cillian Murphy in Oppenheimer
Yeah.
was absolutely bonkers.
He was bonkers. Yeah.
He it even
Mhm.
talking about it gives me goosebumps because he was unbelievable.
Yeah. I know.
Absolutely perfect.
I
He was
know.
perfect.
I know.
And
I know.
I mean, and honestly, I think he's an amazing actor and he's done some blockbuster stuff and he did Peaky Blinders, but he's been under the radar. I think he's really done things that like mattered and that he thought were really good. I think he's been
Yeah.
picky and
Yep.
I think that this is his time. He's going to get it.
You think he's going to get
I think
it?
it's yeah. No doubt. I have zero doubt.
Yeah. I think you're probably right.
I think that he will because of the like it was just ridiculous.
The blockbuster nature of the
And
film.
the blockbuster nature,
yeah.
but also but even if this was a smaller film, I
Yeah.
think he still would have gotten it because
Yeah.
I think he did such a good job.
He did.
But I think all of these, like I usually have a bone to pick with some of the nominees.
Yeah.
In this case, I don't, and I haven't even seen. I just know these actors, except
Yeah.
for Rustin, and I that's probably the first one I'll watch to like
Yeah.
see this
Me
guy.
too.
But this is a tough crowd. I mean, my goodness,
They're all fantastic.
Mhm.
I know.
They are. Yeah.
So for best supporting, we
But
have.
wait, what do you think for best actor?
For best actor, I mean, I think you're probably right about Cillian
Yeah.
Murphy, but
But who would you pick?
Well, I have only seen like 1, 2. I've only seen like
That's
3 of
okay.
these movies, so I would say
Who would you want to win? You can say who you want.
I want Bradley Cooper to win.
I know.
I do.
I know.
Because I feel like that is a tour de force. But
He's
I feel like
trying
it's
to get one so
But
bad.
I feel like it's the whole film that was so good.
But he
and I
didn't get
don't-
nominated for best director, and that really,
I know.
I felt really
It's kind of
bad
a
for him.
a high
More so for
jumper.
Greta, but we'll
Yeah,
talk about that in a minute.
right.
But
Yeah, I know.
he's
So I want him to. I mean, Paul Giamatti was fantastic in the Holdovers, but I don't think that that's like I think it could be Oscar award winning, but like
Yeah, he's definitely
it's
won
but
several
he's
awards
so good
in
in
the season.
everything that like
Yeah,
he should have won for everything. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So like I don't
right,
know, but
right.
I think you're probably right about Killian
But I
Murphy.
think that I think Bradley Cooper would love a Best Actor Oscar. I know he just wants he just give the guy
I
an
know
Oscar.
he needs one.
But
Yeah,
I think for screenplay, I think that will be since
yeah,
he worked on this for like 6. I think that would
yeah.
be more important to him
Probably true.
if he won that.
I
You
think you're
know,
right. Yep.
but I think he would. I mean, obviously he'll take
Not
it.
good. Well, I can't put
No,
words into Bradley's mouth. I mean, we're not that close.
y'all
Right.
don't know each other that well.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Next, Best
so
Actress.
best supporting actor is what I have next.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we can do best actress.
No, let's do.
Okay,
Yeah,
best
let's do Best
supporting.
Actress.
Okay,
Let's do
so
Best Actress.
best actress is Emma Stone for Poor Things, Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon, which Annette Bening for Naiad, Carey Mulligan in Maestro, and Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall. Let me tell you something, girlfriend. Every last one of these actresses deserves the Academy
Yeah.
Award. They're all
I
fantastic.
really want Carey Mulligan or Lily Gladstone or Annette
my
Bening to
gosh.
win. I really like. I'd be so happy. I love Annette Bening just anyway.
Has
She's
Annette
already got
Bening
one though. She's got
she
one.
does? Okay.
Yeah, for
I
American
I
Beauty.
if I
But
mean, I haven't seen Killers of the Flower Moon yet,
I
but I
haven't
know
either. But I
Lily
can just
Gladstone's work and
you do
she is spectacular. I saw
Yeah.
her in Certain Women,
Certain
which
Women.
is a really
Mhm.
slow sort of like people, if you're looking for something to watch on like a Sunday afternoon and you're just maybe you're gonna watch it through your eyelids a little bit, but you're gonna back it up and watch it. That's a good one, Certain
Yeah.
Women. It's just real slow and gentle. But
And I think
know,
Emma Stone's amazing, and I'm
yeah,
sure
same.
she probably is going to win again.
Oh, do you think she's gonna
That's
win?
that's the vibe.
Is that the
Absolutely. She
vibe?
won the Golden Globe. She won the Critics' Choice. Like she's
Yeah.
probably going to win, and I've heard rightfully so. I haven't seen it yet. I'm dying to see this movie, but she's amazing. And
Yeah.
but I would love, and I haven't even watched Maestro yet, but I would love Carey Mulligan to
Carey
win. I
Mulligan
think that she is
stole the show for me.
such a great actress. Like
She
I
stole
love
the
her in
show.
Drive, and I
Yep.
mean, like every movie, even if the movie isn't great,
Mhm.
she's really, really great.
Yeah, she was really,
And
really good in Maestro.
I just,
She stole the
I'm
show for
rooting
me, for
her.
sure.
I'm rooting for her.
I'm gonna root for Sandra Huller for Anatomy of a Fall just because I just watched it today. And let me tell you something, girlfriend. The acting in this movie is insane. She's doing half English, half French. She's going in and out of French.
Unbelievable.
There's a whole entire courtroom scene where the prosecutor is speaking in French and she's answering in English, and it's this banter back and forth, and you're just like, oh my God. And it's
What is this movie about?
it's about this woman who is married to this guy, and he dies in a either an accident or a suicide or a murder. We're not sure what it is. And they
Mhm.
have a son who is blind or partially blind, and he's the only one who kind of like witnesses the whole thing. And the wife is she's indicted for the murder.
Oh,
So she's
sure.
being
It's like The Fugitive.
yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah. And so she's like, well, I didn't do it, but you don't really know. You don't really know. It goes through all of this stuff with their relationship and these fights that they had, and
Oh, I'm in.
it's really
that sounds like a
it's
really
a
good
thriller.
thriller.
It
Love a
is, and
thriller.
I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. Frank and I could
Love it.
not plot whisper it. We were like, "What is happening here?" There were a couple times where I was like, "Oh my God, there's about to be a twist," because there's 30 minutes left in this movie, and I'm like, "What
I always
is
love to
going
pause
on?"
when I have to like use the restroom and pause, and I
I'm
see
like,
how many minutes left. I'm like,
yeah,
oh my God,
oh
this is gonna
no.
get so gnarly.
Exactly.
This is gonna get crazy.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I won't give you any more away. Anyway,
Okay, yeah, no.
it was great.
Okay.
Okay, so for best supporting actor, we have
Yes.
Mark Ruffalo for Poor Things,
Mm-hmm.
Bob De Niro, Bob
Good
for
old
Killers
Bob.
of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer, Sterling K.
Duh.
Brown for American Fiction,
Love
and
him.
Ryan Gosling for Barbie. I don't think Ryan's going to
Duh.
win.
He's
don't
not,
think
but
it's that kinda
I think it's a little hilarious that he's nominated and
a
Margot
little
Robbie
hilarious.
wasn't.
A little
So,
hilarious.
I mean, it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy
It's like
almost.
basically the plot of the whole movie.
Right. It's
So
like the whole thing of
right.
Barbie. Whatever.
I'm gonna
I'm
do
gonna
like the
tell
Kermit
you.
the Frog and be like, but that's none of my business.
Right, that's neither here nor there. I'm not in charge of any
Yeah,
of this.
I did the
All we have
drinking
are
thing Tuesday.
opinions. Yeah. All we have are opinions. But I can tell you who's gonna get this
Who's gonna get
is
it?
Robert Downey Jr.
I think so too.
And of
I think
all
so
the
too.
nominees, this is the one that I care about the most
Yep.
winning because one, I've always loved Robert Downey Jr. I've always rooted for Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
like since I was a kid.
Yes.
And like he's been through so much and he's
I
just I
know.
think it's really cool dude and like he's a really nice like he's a really good guy.
Yeah.
And this performance in Oppenheimer, I forgot who he was.
Mhm.
He was because he's hard to
You could
it's
not
hard to
tell.
forget that you're watching Robert like you're gonna always know you're
Totally.
watching Robert Downey Jr.
100%,
Okay?
because he's so compelling
he-
and so good looking as just a dude.
Right. And you're just like
Eh,
it's hard to like
He
forget that.
transformed. He
He
transformed.
transformed.
He did.
This
He
is
did.
his award, and I
Yeah.
cannot wait. I'm so excited for him. Like I just have no doubt in my mind that
Well, we'll
he's gonna
see.
get it. He's gonna get it. And I think
We'll see.
he was nominated twice for Chaplin
Right.
and then Tropic Thunder, which
That's
obviously
crazy.
I loved him in that.
Wow. That's
He was.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow.
And but this is this is gonna be his moment.
Okay.
He absolutely deserves it. Not that the other nominees don't, but
No. Yeah.
from what I know, I mean, he was unbelievable. He was amazing.
You heard it here, people.
So
Put your butts
good. He
down.
was so good.
Did you watch the documentary that he did about
Yes,
his
about
dad?
his dad.
It's amazing.
Oh, yes.
He should win an Oscar for that.
I know.
So good.
Sean Hayes was playing the piano in
my
it. Did you not
gosh,
listen to
so-
the Robert Downey Jr. Smart List?
Oh my God, so good. I
Oh,
don't remember the name of that movie. Is it called
Paul?
Isn't he Robert Downey?
Yeah, I know,
Robert
but
Downey? It's called like Robert or something. Downey.
why would I say Paul?
I don't know. Okay.
Hmm.
Let's keep moving along
So
before
best
we
supporting
lose.
actress.
Yes, best supporting actress. We have America Ferrera for Barbie, Danielle
fabulous.
Brooks in The Color Purple,
Haven't seen it yet.
Davine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers,
Heard
Emily
amazing.
Blunt in Oppenheimer, and Jodie
Great.
Foster in Nyad. Now, did you see Nyad?
Not yet. I
'Kay.
need to.
Girlfriend, it's on Netflix, I think. It is
on Netflix.
insanely good. And there was a really good interview with Jodie Foster on CBS This Morning, like a few weeks ago, that you can go check out. And she's just basically talking about like how she's, she stepped away from like projects that she doesn't want to do, basically. And she's like, it's like pulling teeth to get me to act, basically. And so, but this was, oh boy, she
But
was
when is she
fantastic.
not good? When
No,
is she
she's
not?
always fantastic. But I
I've
think
not
when
seen
you're a
movie
child
that she was
actor,
bad.
but her whole life, her whole childhood was like her mom saying like, you have to act. Like,
Yes.
what are you going to do? Are you going to act? Because that's
like
what you have
Judy
to do.
Garland. I mean,
Yeah,
again,
right.
like so similar.
And so it's like,
And she was amazing in Taxi Driver.
yeah, exactly. And so,
She's
there was,
incredible.
she said that there was not to, it was like, yeah, you have to act because you have to support the family kind of thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So anyway, I think that she would be my
Well, she won
choice.
for The Accused, and she also won
Oh,
for Silence
God.
of the Lambs. So this would be her
Man.
third.
Unbelievable.
So I'm
But-
one of those people that's like,
Yeah.
share the wealth,
Share the wealth. You're right.
share the spotlight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be
mean-
mad if she won it because she's unbelievable and everything. But and I'm not. I don't have a pick in this group.
You don't have a
And
dog in this.
I don't have a
fight?
dog in this fight. Emily Blunt, I thought, did something she's never done before,
Mm.
and I think that she was unbelievable. But I think American Ferrera was also.
I know.
Oh my God,
so good.
so good.
She was so
She
good.
was so good.
She was so
and
real and so
It was so honest. I mean, like, honestly,
honest.
it was like I
Yeah.
felt like she wasn't even acting.
I
Like it was
know.
just like she was just like saying things that are accurate and real and like just like
and that
maybe
goes
being
to the-
herself. Like it
and that
was
just
just
also
like
goes-
a really
that
neat
also just
thing.
goes to the
Yeah,
script.
right.
The really
I
good
know.
script.
Really great
freaking
script.
good script.
Absolutely. So I'm kind of rooting for American Ferrera. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I mean, Jodie Foster. That's a hard one to beat. So I
know.
don't know.
Yeah, any of those. I think. Well, you didn't see The Holdovers, but she's really good in The Holdovers too.
That's the one I. Yeah,
gotta
I
watch
heard
that.
that
She
she's
was
won an award.
fantastic.
She's won awards already.
Yeah,
for
she
The
was
Holdovers.
really,
So
really, really
she's
good.
actually the front runner.
Oh,
for
good. I hope
this
she wins
category.
it. Davine Joy.
I want to. I'm going to watch that.
I think
I'm
it's
dying to watch that
Davine
one.
Joy Randolph. Yeah, she was fantastic. You got to watch. Everybody needs to watch The Holdovers if you haven't
I
watched
know
it yet.
it's on Peacock.
It's really, really good. Okay. And so then that's all I had.
I just want to mention though, being from
Little Rock.
Little Rock, we have Little Rock has been nominated for a documentary short, The Barber of Little Rock.
Yeah.
That was made here. and I haven't watched it yet, and like that's the first thing I'm gonna like before I watch any of these movies. I
Yeah.
need to watch this movie, but that's just so cool, and like what a coup, and honestly, Arkansas has been it's kind of like what Atlanta started doing when Atlanta started making a lot of movies, and I think it's a lot of like, tax write-offs or whatever, but more movies are being filmed here. And I think a lot of it is with Mary Steenburgen and Ted Danson, and like
Oh,
we have a huge um uh film group here. It's the Arkansas Cinema. And, I mean, like, remember I told you Laura Dern and her mother,
right.
they came here to
Oh, yes,
speak. So,
right, right.
like, Little Rock, Arkansas has become like a huge film place to be. And like David
Mecca.
Arquette and his wife, they're
Yeah.
on the board of the Arkansas Cinema. And
Okay.
Jeff Nichols, Jeff
Yeah.
Nichols is from Little Rock, and we all know, everybody knows who Jeff Nichols is. And so I think it's just to be nominated for an Oscar. This is so exciting.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, we need to
So,
watch that.
yeah,
I
The
didn't write
Barber
down
of Little Rock.
The Barber of Little Rock. I didn't write down any of the like screenplay or any of those ones.
So
Do
I
you
have
have any of
that
those?
here.
Yeah.
Screenplay, I'm I love my big ones are original screenplay. And Anatomy of a Fall, the
Yeah.
movie you watched is nominated. The
Fantastic.
Holdovers, you love. May December. Go back to
Oh,
that. We'll come back to that.
yes.
Maestro, which I'm like, thank God for Bradley Cooper.
Yes,
Just
for
like give
sure.
him it. And
Yes.
Past Lives, which I haven't seen, but
I
I've
haven't
heard
seen
is like
Past Lives yet, but I
that's
want
a
to watch
major
it.
front runner too.
Yes.
Let's go to May December.
Did you watch May December?
No, but you know why I didn't? Because my cousin Suzanne and Holly were like, "This is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Don't do it," which almost made me want to
Want to
do
do
it.
it.
But I was so fascinated with the Mary Kay Letourneau
Yes.
Billy story.
And you
But
always have been.
I know, well, it's like true
And
crime
it's back.
becomes real life. It's
It
like
keeps
Gypsy
coming
Rose
back
keeps
around
coming
again.
back.
I know.
It never ends.
Never
But
gonna end. It just keeps
like
coming around.
that's the wildest one, like that it was a crime. She served her time, and then she got to have her life with the crime that she
I,
had committed and have like a family. I mean, it was just
only because
absolute.
he was so young.
Yeah.
I,
Well, I know, but
I
she
know.
got to go back to that life
Well,
after being anyway.
because he was young.
Right.
And
Which
because he was a man. Like, it's
yeah,
so much. There's too much.
but
He
and
seduced
also
her.
he's that's what she always said, which is
It's so gross.
disturbing.
So
He was
gross.
12,
Ugh.
lady.
Ugh.
But he does not love this movie because it's very much her being like, I think he's tired of it. I don't blame him.
Yeah, right.
Maybe
Wait,
like
are you still talking about May December?
yeah, Mary Kay Letourneau passed away, and I think that her estranged husband, they were kind of going through divorce, Billy, I think has gone through a lot of hindsight. I'm sure he's doing a lot of healing right now. But
Probably.
the movie May December is based off that.
It is?
And
I didn't know that.
It's yet Julianne Moore plays Mary Kay Letourneau-ish. It's like it's
Oh.
like
Oh.
and then Natalie Portman is playing is someone who's playing her in a movie. So she's spending time with her and Billy and their children.
Oh, so that is kind of a convoluted screenplay. That's
But
kind of a convoluted
I wanted
way to do a movie.
I would have always watched a true crime, but I'm telling you, Suzanne and Holly
I'm
were
gonna
like,
watch it.
"Don't do it. It's the worst thing
Natalie,
I've ever seen."
I think we have to do it. I think we have to. I think we're
I
gonna
don't
do
We're
it.
not gonna do a podcast on it.
I'm
But
not gonna do a
we're
podcast on it, but I'm gonna watch it.
We're gonna text about it. That's what we're gonna do. I just need to know why. These are two, like Holly and Suzanne, these are two people that like I hold in like they're very high regard of their opinion on
Yes.
movies with me.
Right.
So I'm like, why? I have
Yeah.
to know.
Right. Exactly.
Why?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
why is this so
No.
bad? So
No.
we got to know. And I'm sure I'm going to agree, but
Yeah,
once I
probably.
I lived it.
You know what?
Lived it.
I'll donate 2 hours of my life to that, or however long it is. Whatever.
Let's talk about
Yes.
So original screenplay, Barbie's not in it.
Right.
Adapted screenplay is Barbie, and I'm guessing it's
Which-
because Barbie was in a character that she didn't make
that
up.
she made. Right.
She didn't make up that.
Right.
Also, because Oppenheimer is American fiction, Poor Things in the Zone of Interest. So
Right.
I'm really hoping that Barbie wins adapted screenplay.
Yeah.
And before we do our pit stop, let's wrap up with best director,
Okay. Yep.
because
Lay them out for me.
I'm very disappointed in the lack of regard. And anyway, Jonathan Glazer, The Zone of Interest,
Yes.
Yorgos Lanthimos, Poor
Nice.
Things, Christopher Nolan, Oppenheimer, Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon, and Justine Triet.
Trier.
Trier. Oh, this is the French film. Justine Trier.
Yeah.
Trier. Anatomy of a Fall.
Yep.
Nice
Not French.
Greta Gerwig for Barbie.
Right.
Which
so
is
who do we think is going to win for best screenplay?
Christopher
best
fucking
director?
Nolan.
Right. He's going to win. Right. He's going to win.
mean, of course he is.
Darren.
Sorry.
Darren's like, I'm on it.
But he's going to. I mean, like, this movie
I know.
was $1 billion. And he's a great director. I'm not
Of course.
trying to, like, take anything away from Christopher Nolan.
Sure.
He's amazing. But I really thought this was going to be Greta's moment. I really thought when I saw Barbie, I was like, oh my God, the direction of this movie, like, I can't. And I just feel like I was really disappointed.
It's disappointing for everybody.
Yeah. But, real quick before you talk about this, we also need to talk about best original songs that are nominated because you are
Billie
a singer.
Eilish.
Billie Eilish. And I'm Just Kin.
I know.
Mark Ronson. And both songs.
Yeah.
I love both songs.
They have to win. Both of those songs are fantastic.
But Billie Eilish, that song with Finn, her brother,
girlfriend.
I can't listen to it without bawling.
That song
it makes me like I put that on if I need to cry. Like it crushes me.
Good. It's called What Was I?
What was I made for?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I'm Just Ken is like a rock ballad that I love.
Yeah, they're
I
both
listen
great.
to that song all the time. Like Slash is the guitar player. Mark Ronson wrote it he co-wrote it with somebody, I can't remember his name, but Ryan Gosling sings. It's super fun. But I really want Billie Eilish. I think that one should win.
It should win.
Right?
I here's the thing I will say to you, and this is like, we know that like we've reviewed enough movies and talked about enough stuff that like it's often stuff is like snubbed by the Oscars or by Golden Globes. It's often snubbed.
You know what doesn't snub things is the Golden Globes. That's why I love the Golden Globes.
Right. Because you feel like
they have a category for drama.
Yeah.
Well, they have a category for drama movies, then comedy movies.
Yeah,
it's
right.
like
it's a different category.
Finds a place.
Yes.
Everyone has a spot.
Right. You're such a millennial. Everybody has to get an award.
Well, it's like you don't get a participation ribbon, but it's nice to be mentioned. But with the Oscars, they're just like, I think
it's true.
They're just wrong a lot.
Well, they're also just like, one of the reasons why I don't love award season is just because I'm like, oh, it's just like the one that grossed the most money at the box office. Like, come on.
Well, yeah, but also I love their all the dresses and their outfits and the tuxedos
that
and
part of it I love.
The suits that these women are wearing, like
that
these
part of it I love.
Suits that these are women like.
And I love their speeches.
They're women like wearing like these women are wearing these beautiful tuxedos and like I'm just loving like the vibe of these award seasons
for
right
sure.
now.
Yeah.
And
okay. Listen, we got to move on. We got to go to a pit stop, Natalie, because Darren is going to have my hide if I don't.
I know.
So
yeah, I know.
We got to move on.
Yeah.
Okay,
go. Okay, go.
Skirt. You have to say skirt. Skirt. There you go. Thanks. Okay, so I wanted to dedicate this pit stop. I'm going to raise a glass, and this glass of champagne that I'm drinking right now goes out to all of the people who were nominated for Academy Awards this year who took it upon themselves to look absolutely heinous in their roles, and they did it for their art.
Yep.
And I'm looking at you, Jodie Foster and Annette Bening and Paul Giamatti, who also in the
Leonardo
holdovers,
DiCaprio.
Although he's not nominated, but yes, Leonardo DiCaprio looks horrendous.
The movie is.
Yeah, okay, the movie is. That's true. I will drink to that.
Cheers. I'll drink again.
Let me tell you something. I loved Naiad so much because Jodie Foster and Annette Bening are like, they are working it, and you believe that they are those people doing that thing.
Well, it's like Charlize Theron in Monster. Yeah, I love that.
Amazing.
If you look ugly and if you make yourself look like that in a movie, you're gonna get an award.
Mad respect.
Okay?
Yeah.
But they usually win.
Yeah. Mad respect.
Charlize Theron. Who else did that? Did Eric Stoltz get nominated for Mask?
I don't know, but he should have because
Rocky. Brendan Fraser, The Whale. If you look horrible, you get the goods.
That was one of the things about the Barbie thing that I loved.
It used to be Hillary Swank just used to win for just looking masculine.
Right.
Which I was like, I could have won a lot of awards. Whatever. No one asked me, but that's fine.
Paul Giamatti also, I want to shout out Paul Giamatti for the holdovers because not only does he look like a washed up like professor that he is, in the movie, he also is said to smell like fish.
All right.
So you also
Well,
have that on there. So it's like
that's
your
good.
your imagination also goes there. So just
I
know what,
love that.
cheers. My thing has always been like, be willing. This is my thing. Be willing to risk looking like a dork for a laugh. I think that you have always seen that part of me, that I always pretty much stick out my neck and I will look like a dork for a laugh. If it's going to make somebody laugh, I'm going to do it. Can't even help it. I
Same.
go out of left field. I like go too far with it, but I appreciate people like that.
I
And
do too.
I appreciate people who are like, I need to like make myself look absolutely horrendous. Because when I see Paul Giamatti like on interviews or whatever, I'm like, oh, he's kind of cute. Like he's kind of
He's
cute.
adorable. Do you not
He's
see that's going full circle back to how I dress when I am willing to dress up? It's as like a male that I make unattractive because I want people to laugh, like
yes,
Captain Phillips,
yes,
Ben Affleck.
Captain Phillips,
I love a good
or
laugh, and I
the
love
guy
to
with the
make people
blonde mustache.
uncomfortable.
Yes,
The
yeah,
the honky tonk
honey, I
that I
know.
dress up as. It's just
Yeah,
I'm willing to scar people and have people never look at me the same
agree.
for a good laugh.
For a good laugh. Like,
For a
what
good
are you like?
laugh.
What do you have to lose? I mean, I went as the bearded lady of the carnival one year for
I
Halloween,
remember.
and full beard. Like,
I think that's a level of confidence, and it's a level of really committing to our people pleasing. Please laugh like I'm funny, right? I'm funny, right? I'm funny, right? I'm funny. I'm doing this to myself because it's funny, right?
But that's kind of what
You think I'm funny?
That's what actors have to do. You have to commit.
I know.
You have to commit. You
That's
have to
why
be
we're
willing.
supposed to be actors,
But that's
Angela.
but that's why I love this podcast, and I love talking about
I
all these
know.
actors and all these things that they do, because
I
it's
know.
so funny. Like, I love
Mhm.
this spirit of people
know,
wanting
me
to dress
too.
up and be in different characters and all that stuff.
It's a
So
fantasy world I've
it
always
is.
wanted to. I wanted to be in it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm glad I didn't because I'm sure I wouldn't have been one of those child actors that turned out well. I can tell you that right now.
Probably not.
But
I'm not
I
even
still
gonna pretend like
you
that's yeah.
you know that's true.
Yeah.
But it's still my it's like my make believe world,
Yeah.
and I like to think that they're all nice, and that's why Scott's like, you would love to meet these people and all that. I'm like, not all of them, no,
No.
because it's usually so disappointing,
Don't
and
meet your
not all the
heroes.
time, but it is,
Yeah.
and also I would get nervous. I don't. That's not fun
I
for
know.
me. I like hearing, like my sister going to Robert Downey Jr.'s house to help style him for all of these awards. Like Lauren's been doing that with her friend Erica. Like Lauren's been assisting in these major
Wow.
stylings,
Yeah.
and
wow.
she went to like all these things. And I think I couldn't handle it. I just like hearing about it.
Right.
I like hearing the story.
Yeah. But when you
So
met Steve, you were pretty cool.
because I was prepared.
You were prepared. Yeah.
I had time to like be able to
So
prepare. And Jane was there.
my thing is too, like, I think if I was prepared to meet an actor and I knew that I was going to meet them, I would definitely be like
I was
trying to give him
fine.
a big hug, and like I'd be like, I absolutely love you, and have no shame about being like, I love you.
It's
I'm obsessed with
exactly
your
what I
work.
did to Steve
Like,
Buscemi. I
like
did it to Marky Post. I did it to Jessica Tanning and Hume Cronin
right.
after my sister started it, and
Right.
then because I was so shy, but then
Yeah.
I did. But I could.
Yeah.
I have to be prepared.
Yeah.
Lauren would like start, and I have a moment to be like, "Hey, you're gonna regret this if you don't."
Right.
And then I would say something. But
Yes.
if like when I met Steve Buscemi, I got to like spend like 10 minutes. Like Jane and I got to talk to him for 10 minutes. So, but I got to prepare for that for like 2 months.
But I feel like these people are just people. And so
I know that's the
they're
thing,
just
but to
people,
me,
and
they're
they're
not.
probably
Movies
just,
helped raise me, and I
but they're
think of them as
shy.
these.
Actors
I
are
don't know.
shy a
They're
lot
all
of
very
time.
short. They're all
They're
very
all
short.
very
I can tell you that.
tiny. Oh my gosh, they're
Tiny
very
little people.
small. They have to fit on
Tiny
that.
little things.
I know. It's crazy.
I know.
All right.
Anywho,
We've gone on too long.
well,
Anyway,
we're
here's
excited
to
about the Oscars
cheers to
and
all the
cheers.
awards nominees, and to all the people who weren't nominated. We see you and we love you, and we wish that you had been nominated too.
Yeah.
So we want
Chin
everybody
chin.
to chin and
But also, like, let's have fun with award season, and
Yes.
it's a nice break from.
don't be a hater.
and
Just enjoy.
Let's keep it light.
Just keep it
We're
light.
all about keeping it light.
Enjoy it.
It's just a dumb award.
It's just a dumb award.
But remember when I got to hold? Remember I sent you a picture of Michelle Williams' Golden Globe that she won for Maryland that I got to hold?
That was pretty cool.
'Cause I did. I held it and took a selfie.
Oh, she's in Certain Women, and it's
I know.
really good.
Oh,
Good little flick. All right, everybody.
all right,
Cheers.
Angela. I'm gonna calmly like take a deep breath.
Mhm.
I'm going to say to you, One, I'm going to say Darren and Jeffrey. Sorry, this went over. Second of all, Angela,
Mhm.
namaste, golden statue.
That's nice. That's nice. To you, I say, namaste, rolling around in gold statues that I don't have.
Maybe I will one day, and I'll share them with you.
Perfect. I'll hold it in the bathroom and look at myself.
I'll be
in the mirror.
100.
Okay,
Love
fab.
you.
Love you too. Bye.
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 Now, isn't that better? Thanks for listening. Feel free to leave us a review and be sure to subscribe wherever you get your shows. Put Your Books Down is produced by ClantonCreative.com.